Hello, Leo. This is Barb at Mystic Door Tarot, and this is your weekly intuitive tarot reading for the week of March 1st through the 7th. Thank you so much for joining me today, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. And please subscribe, hit that like button, and join me daily for my quick glance daily readings. Now keep in mind, these are general readings and will not resonate with everyone. You can obtain a private reading by clicking the link to my website below. And also be sure to watch your rising sign and moon sign, which might resonate with you more for this particular week. And I am using the Shadowscapes tarot deck for this week. So let's get started and see what your cards are indicating for you this week. Okay, Leo. First card, the Ten of Wands, followed by the Major Arcana card, Justice, and the Major Arcana card, Death. Your overall energy for the reading, the King of Cups. Your Starseed Oracle card message, all paths lead home. And of course, your crystal for the week is garnet. Okay, Leo, so first glance here, you have two Major Arcana cards in your reading indicating that change is coming in for you, or you're in the middle of change. And it also looks like you have a full workload, and you're being guided this week by a very loving energy. And let me pull these cards in a bit closer, as there's a tremendous amount of detail. Let me just get situated here. There we go. Okay, Leo. Okay, so to start with, we're going to start with your Ten of Wands, and I can't really get it that much closer. But you can see the Dryad here. So your first card here, this is your anchor card for the reading. This is going to be your focus for the week. And you've got the Ten of Wands, which I'm not surprised when I see this card in Leo's reading, as you always have too much on your plate. But you are a Leo, so most assuredly you can handle it. But the question is, what is it here that you're handling? Because the Ten of Wands can indicate that you have a lot of obligations and responsibilities, and some of it might not be a top priority. So when the Ten of Wands here shows up, and it is your focus for the week, so it's pretty much indicating, Leo, that remember what is truly a priority in your life. Take note, as everything that you're doing, is it serving your ultimate goals, or have you acquired some habits or tasks or responsibilities that take up a lot of your time and energy with very little payoff? And there's the key, Leo. If there's something that doesn't give you much in return, you need to delegate whatever that is to somebody else. And this can be in regards to your home environment as well as your workplace. And there are so many Leos that may think that if you don't do it, it won't get done right. But you need to trust that there are people around you that are quite capable of doing these minor tasks that really don't need your personal attention, Leo. Now, the warning with the Ten of Wands showing up, Leo, specifically for you, is that when you're doing too much, You can be missing out on important opportunities for new inspiration and growth. And I do see that here in your reading this week. You've got change coming in. Now, the Ten of Wands is Sagittarius's card. So, your sister fire sign being uh, over enthusiastic, but a little bit reckless as you've taken on so much workload with the Ten of Wands. It's ruled by the planet Saturn, which concerns time. It's in regards to limitations, self control. And my guides are indicating timing is of the essence. And that often comes up with the Ten of Wands showing up. So there is a timing element to your reading this week. So keep that in mind. Time is of the essence. The number 10 energy of this card is indicating completion. And that's in regards to you need to delegate out the tasks that are not a priority to you, Leo. As the number 10 here will then reduce down to number 1, and that will enable you to take advantage of new pursuits and new opportunities coming in. Now, trying to take even a closer look at this card, you see the Dryad here? Weighed down by what seems to be like a miniature world upon her back. But down below here, you see the gray cold seeps into her roots because it is a hard burden to bear. She pushes and strains upward and reaches towards the sun for that fire, but the fires of the wands are just burning very low. So it's truly indicating an energy of having too many irons in the fire, Leo. So delegate the less important tasks or obligations, especially the ones that give you very little payoff or reward. Now, your next card, Leo, is the Major Arcana card, Justice. I'm looking at that. Okay. Now, a direct message to you, Leo, is that it's time to balance the scales. So you need to even things out. Now, for some Leos, the Justice card can indicate that you've been feeling out of balance and you're trying to find your center. You might have been so overloaded here with work, with the Ten of Wands, that you could be feeling tired and irritable, disconnected from spirit. Now, for some Leos, this can certainly be in regards to the workplace. You might be in a position where more is expected from you, and you're just truly bogged down with so much work. It keeps you from being able to grow. And so it can affect you health wise. And things are just kind of feeling out of whack. So, with your reading this week, the first major arcana card showing up is Justice, as to get you more back on track, which we already talked about with some solutions here with the Ten of Wands. Now, this overload, your burden for some Leos, can be at home. You might be the breadwinner. You might be the one that juggles all the finances, paying the bills, taking care of the family, doing the household chores. And once again, you need to delegate some things out to others. Now, the energy here of the Justice card may indicate that it's time to just think logically, Leo. Don't let your emotions overwhelm any decisions you have this week. So, possibly a list of pros and cons for a possible decision would be very advantageous. Now, also, when the Justice card shows up, it can indicate some kind of legal action you might be involved with, or possibly a court case. And know that justice here will prevail because everything will just kind of like fall into place as it was meant to be. The truth will catch up with liars and cheaters, and the responsible people will be fairly compensated. Now, the Justice card here is Libra's card. So, of course, it has the energy of wanting things to be balanced. It's diplomacy, cooperation. Now, this particular energy has to do with your fifth and sixth chakra. So, the fifth chakra is your communication. Your sixth chakra is your third eye chakra, your intuition. So the Justice card could possibly be showing up as you're perceiving some type of communication in a certain manner. And it could be that this particular chakra could be off balance and you're not able to express yourself in the manner that you would like to. Now, the Justice card in this deck is number 11, which can be perceived as the Master number 11, which is a more spiritual take on your reading this week. But it can also be reduced down to the number 2, which symbolizes dualities such as yin and yang, light and dark, good and evil. 2 has to do with union, balance, and harmony. And 2 is the number of the sacral chakra, which has to do with change. So, Leo, in order to get the scales balanced, you need to take a look at the pros and cons that are affecting you this week. Look at what is advantageous to you and also what is detrimental to you. Try to eliminate what you don't need in your life any longer. Spend some time meditating this week, Leo, to strengthen your co partnership with Spirit so that you can receive proper guidance and direction to balance out your chakras and get your karma back on track. There's change coming in, Leo. You see all the butterflies here on this card? Look at all of those. So, definitely, you're headed for a transformation. Your next card, Leo, another major arcana card. This time, the Death card. And everyone fears this card. The only time you need to worry about the Death card is if there's certain other particular tarot cards around it, which is not the case here. The Death card here is an ending before another like transformation. So it's always being referred to as like the caterpillar in a cocoon on the verge of becoming a butterfly. And that is what your Justice card is showing, that you need to get balance to be able to turn into that butterfly. So once again, Leo, look around because it's certainly time to get rid of what is no longer useful to you. All your cards in this reading are indicating, like the 10 of Wands, delegate out what's no longer a priority to you. Justice card telling you get things balanced. And now the Death card specifically indicating some kind of closure and that you're moving on. Now, for some Leos, you could be ending a job and maybe moving on to something new, more exciting, more of a challenge, something you'll enjoy. Now, this could also be ending and kind of like moving house, moving to some place that's more conducive to where you want to be. And for some Leos, this could be ending a relationship. Now, the Death card here is indicating a transformation of what no longer serves a purpose with you. Might not be an easy change, but it is a necessary change for your well being. And the Death card can show up possibly if you're going through something painful, but find some comfort, Leo, in knowing that you'll look back at this time as a new chapter for your life. So, this is the time to let go and trust in the universe. Now, the Death card here is actually Scorpio's card. Very intense, strong willed, but persevering. And what I like about this card is it entails your first chakra and your seventh chakra. So you're kind of covered from like top to bottom. This is a complete transformation from your first chakra to your seventh chakra. So your base to your crown, which is your direct connection with spirit. And the number 13 of the death card reduces to 4. And 4 signify stability, being rational. It's the practical parts of life, Leo, and being self-disciplined. And certainly, as we look at the death card in this deck, look at this. It's beautiful energy. It's depicting the song of the phoenix, rising from the ashes to be reborn into something new. This is about closing the door to the past and opening a new one, going through transition, changing status, shedding the old, as the old must be set aside and burned away to make way for the new. But this card is certainly indicating you will definitely survive the change. It's such beautiful energy on this card for the death card. Now, let me just shift here so we can look at your other cards. And we're going to start with your overall energy card, which here is the King of Cups. I can bring this a little bit closer. We're looking at the king here. Turtles, his seahorse. And I feel, Leo, that this is someone that will either is currently around you or will come in for this week to help you to get that balance back in your life. Now, the King of Cups is also Scorpio's card. But I feel it's someone that will possess these king's traits. This is someone who's maybe a little bit older, emotionally mature. This is someone that is a wonderful counselor or advisor, a very understanding listener. He gives good advice and often makes a wonderful mediator. This is someone who is extremely caring and oftentimes protective. So I feel, Leo, this is someone around you this week that's going to help you and maybe give you a little bit of a perspective as to what you need to do to kind of just get yourself back on track, back in line, balanced. And there's a tremendous message of self-care, Leo. This is a week to make you the most important person instead of doing for so many others. Now, looking closely at this card, we see the King of Cups who understands and knows the meanings of patience. And we see the sea turtles here just kind of calmly swimming around. And we see the little seahorse here, which is a symbol of the power of Poseidon, a very patient creature. And being the male seahorse is the protector of the young. So, like the seahorse, the King of Cups here is a protector, and he cares for and watches over all those who are near to him. So, a very strong indication, as this is your overall energy for the week, is that this person that's going to help you to get back on track, Leo. And again, this could be a Scorpio, possibly another water sign, but definitely someone who has these traits. Now, this week, I did pull an oracle card from the Starseed oracle deck, and you received All Paths Lead Home. This concerns your intuition, Leo. And on the card here, it's saying, turn your gaze inward. Intuition. You are your inner authority. And as much as you have the wonderful energy here of the King of Cups and someone helping you this week, the message from this oracle card is that you're being called to like source your guidance from within. Develop a reliable relationship with your inner guiding voice and spirit. And the more time you spend meditating and connecting, the deeper the connection will become, Leo. So, the message here is that the best way is to develop a daily practice that helps you to keep checking in, to draw on the wisdom within, and let that be the authority in your life, Leo. With this card showing up, you may be called to develop or switch up your spiritual practice to get in the habit of turning your gaze within, being centered for the day ahead before consuming anything from the outside world. So, in other words, Leo, when you get up, meditate first, connect with spirit, get that balance before you even begin to do anything else for the day. Especially do not pick up your phone until after you've had your meditation and connection with spirit, source energy, whatever name you give to the all oneness, the consciousness. The message here with this card is a call to start your day from a place of connectedness, grace, and devotion. So that when you do let the world in, you do it from an unshakable state of being where you draw your strength, authority, and guidance from a place deep, deep within. That will maintain that your chakras are balanced and maintain being centered. Now, your angels and guides have selected the crystal and gemstone garnet, which has to do with commitment. And not so much commitment in regards to relationships, but commitment to your own self care, Leo. So, starting off here daily, a daily commitment spiritually, turning your gaze within before you face the outside world. And the garnet stone is a spiritual stone of higher thinking and self empowerment. Okay, so let me pull this back in. Give me a moment here. Okay. Now, taking a look at your numerology here for your 3 base cards, which is number 34, which reduces down to 7. And once again, indicating spirituality, your connection to spirit. So, in summary here, Leo, for your reading for this week, you have 2 major arcana cards indicating, for some Leos, the need for change. For other Leos, change is already coming in. Your anchor card this week, the 10 of Wands, is indicating that you once again, Leo, have so much on your plate, possibly putting so many others ahead of yourself, Leo. So, with this card, this is indicating you've got a lot of responsibilities and obligations. And this can be in your work environment as well as your home environment. And you need to take a look at those obligations. You need to see what is a priority. And these cards, they're indicating to delegate the rest to others. Now, the Justice card is a direct indication to get yourself centered and balanced this week, Leo. And for some Leos, it can be indicating some type of legal situation or a court case in which all will work out as it was meant to be, and justice will prevail, most likely in your favor, Leo. But the number 11 of the Justice card is indicating spirituality, being open to the change that's coming in and strengthen your co-partnership with spirit. And the Death card here is not an actual death. It is the death of the old you. It is an indication to eliminate what no longer serves a purpose in your life at this time. And you're in the middle of a transformation, shedding the old you to free up and rid yourself of the stagnant energy around you so that new things can now come into you. This will be the beginning of a new chapter in your life, Leo. And your overall energy here is the King of Cups, and this is possibly a Scorpio or someone who possesses the traits of this king. That's going to be there for you this week, giving you some advice, trying to give you another viewpoint or perspective, and what you can do to just kind of balance things out and get yourself centered, pointing out what should be of a priority to you and maybe what should not. And your Starseed Oracle card, All Paths Lead Home, is indicating to trust your inner authority, your intuition. Turn your gaze within. Strengthen your co-partnership with Spirit. And have a daily practice of starting your day with possibly meditating, being calm. If even just to have your first cup of coffee and just your own thoughts before you even pick up your phone or deal with anything in the outside world around you. So, starting your day from a place of connectedness that gives you strength and guidance. And your angels and guides have suggested the garnet gemstone and possibly to wear it as jewelry, where it is a constant reminder of commitment to yourself, Leo. This is the gemstone indicating you need to put yourself first, Leo, and devote time to your own self-care first before others. And your numerology being number 7 just emphasizes the importance of spirituality in your life, Leo, and to start each and every day off right with your own self-care. Just possibly taking 5 minutes after you wake up to just be calm, to meditate, just be alone with your own thoughts, to be open and receive messages coming in from Spirit so that you can start your day each and every day just being balanced, centered, and connected. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please subscribe and help support my channel if you haven't already. And for private readings, click on my website link below. Love and abundance to my Leo family.